Good afternoon, everyone. My audio and video is okay. I'm audible. Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Hari Om to everyone. So, I'm Shikha Mankotia, and I am a PhD yoga scholar with Masters of Yoga, postgraduate diploma in Yoga Therapy, postgraduate diploma in Garbh Sanskar, certificate in Bhagavad Gita and Elementary Sanskrit, prenatal and postnatal yoga trainer too. So, I am very thankful to Koshal sir that who has given me this chance to come in front of you and to share my knowledge with you people. So let's start our uh, journey of Upanishads, and I hope you all are doing well with your studies as well as in your health. So sir has told me that some of the part is already covered with our paper two. So I'm going to teach you Upanishads, and we will start it now. So, as in our Vedic Indian scriptures, so our Indian scriptures are divided in basically two portions. One is Shrutis, second is Smritis, right? So, in Shrutis means what we have learned through only hearing, right? Because our Vedas were only at that time were verbally knowledge for us. So, and in Smriti means literal meaning of Smriti is to remember, right? So in Shrutis, there are four Vedas, right? And in Smritis, there are Puranas, Bhagavad Purans, okay? And Dharma Shastras, Tantras, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, all this. So our four Vedas are Rig Ved, Yajur Ved, Sam Ved, Atharv Ved, right? And after sub parts of Vedas are there, like Vedang, Upavedas, right? Samhitas, Brahman, Arnayak. So from these Vedas were very tough to understand for a common person, right? Because we know that in our ancient time, these kind of knowledge were only acknowledged by Brahman class only, right? Other classes like Kshatriya, है ना? And that Shudra, है ना? So these varnas were not like too much into the knowledge of these Vedas, Upanishads, and these Vyakaran and all. So only Brahman class were attending these knowledge. So even some of the Brahmanas found it difficult to understand these Vedas. So for that time, they found the need of the crux of these Vedas. So that time, from these Vedas, or we can say crux of Vedas, were created, and they are now in the form of Upanishads we are uh, reading, right? So in total, we have 108 Upanishads in total. And from these four Vedas, each of the Vedas, we have taken these Upanishads, right? In total, there are 108 Upanishads. And now, in for our exam, we are going to learn 10, right? 10 Upanishads from these. So from Rig Vedas, we have means created, or we have taken 10 Upanishads. From Shukal Yajurved, 19. From Krishan Yajurved, 32. From Samved, 16. From Atharvaved, 31. So in total, these become 108 Vedas, right? Oh, sorry, 108 Upanishads. Now, what is the meaning of Upanishads? Right. First of all, whatever we are going to learn, we should know the literal meaning of these words, right? These are the Sanskrit words, right? Ancient words. So, first of all, we should know the meaning of these words. So, this word Upanishad is divided in up, ni, and shad. So up means to sit, ni means near, and shad means to acquire knowledge. So Upanishads literally meaning is to sit near your guru for acquiring knowledge, right? और अगर हम if we will say this in Hindi, so it is like कि गुरु के पास बैठकर ज्ञान लेना. At that time, teachers were teaching their students verbally, and a student or a pupil has to sit near the guru, and they are attaining knowledge from their gurus in that way, right? If in nowadays scenario, we can say we are getting knowledge from the online platforms also, right? If you are a teacher and I am a student, so I am not sitting nearby you, I am at far away distance from you, and you are also at the same distance, right? But Upanishads mean we are getting knowledge by sitting near to the guru, right? So Ved contains shloks, related knowledge, right? Rituals and devotions. Out of them, knowledge related shlokas of Ved is Upanishads. Means from that deep knowledge that the shlokas which were in Vedas, they are, we can say that literal Sanskrit, right? Deep Sanskrit is there, and that is very tough to translate. Common person cannot translate if that person doesn't have knowledge of the rich Sanskrit, right? So for that purpose, to resolve that purpose, to understand those Vedas in very simple language, Upanishads were created, right? We got Upanishads from the sages. So then we got Upanishads, and there are more than 100, means 108 Upanishads, and but 10 out of them are considered as major Upanishads, right? Which we are going to learn in our these sessions. So these 10 Upanishads are very important for us. So as in our daily routine life also, as we are the students of yoga, so these words like Vedas, Puranas, Upanishads are very common for us. So for us, it is very important to know the difference between Vedas, Puranas, and Upanishads. So what are Vedas? Vedas are the oldest and most authoritative Hindu texts, right? From only these Vedas, we have got the Upavedas like Ayurveda, hai na? Subcategories of the main Vedas. And they are composed of chants, right? If you go with that, what we call it, that, which mantra is that? I forgot the name. So that are like the chants only, right? क्या बोलते हैं उसको? I forgot the name. Uh, it skipped from my mind. There are hymns and rituals, right? And these are only adapted by the or adopted by Brahman class, right? What are Puranas? Puranas are the narrative texts. In Puranas, there are stories, right? To teach lessons, means spiritual lessons, like in Srimad Bhagavad Puran. What is it? It is about the story that how Raja Parikshit was got stung by that Takshak Nag, right? So there are stories of Mahabharata Kala also. There are stories from the that stories of Krishna in that. So Puranas are basically consist of stories to teach us the spiritual lessons, right? There are different Puran, Shiv Puran, है ना, Devi Bhagavati Puran. So there are many Purans. And Upanishads are the philosophical texts that explore profound spiritual concepts and taken from the Vedas, right? So these are the three categories: Vedas, Purans, and Upanishads, right? So there are 10 major Upanishads which we are going to learn and considered as major Upanishads. So the first one is Ishavashyo. ठीक है? Ishavashya Upanishad. So why we call it Ishavashya? Because of the first shloka and the starting word of this shloka is Ishavasya. So it is Ishavasyam idam sarvam yatkin jagatayam jagat ten tyakten bhujita ma gridhe kasya asvi dhvanam. So it is the very first shloka of Ishavasya Upanishad, and it means that all this for habitation by the Lord, because all this habitation has created by Lord. Whatsoever is individual universe of moment, in the universal motion, by that renounce thou shouldest enjoy, lust not after any man's position. Means there should be no lust, ठीक है, after any man's possession, कि कुछ भी हमारे अंडर नहीं है, right? So now we will come to our another file. This was for purpose of the introduction that I have done this. Right. So now we will move to our 10 main Upanishads, right? So first of all, I will tell that which are these 10 Upanishads. I will keep these two files simultaneously, Hindi and English both. So the main Upanishads are, and I have already told that these main Upanishads are taken from the Vedas, right? And there is a table, right? Here it is main Upanishad, from which Veda it is taken, and here it is in the form of story. It is a sentence so that it may keep in your mind that what it is, right? If it comes in a synchronized way, or in you can say that numbering form. So there are 10 main Upanishads. First is Ishavasya, second Ken Upanishad, Kat Upanishad, Prashna Upanishad, Mundak, Mandukya, Atriya, Taittiriya, Chandogya, and Brihadaranyaka. So there are these 10 Upanishads. How these are taken from Vedas? It is like a series. Ishavasya from Shukal, Ken from Sam, Kat from Krishna, Prashan from Atharva, Mundak from Atharva, Mandukya from Atharva, Atriya from Rig, Taittiriya from Krishna, Chandogya from Sam, and Brihadya from Shukla. So if we notice it that it is like Shukla Sham Krishna was 3, and then from bottom to top also Shukla Sam Krishna. Clear? And from top 3, after that Atharv, and middle one which is left, that is Reg. So if you know the name of these Upanishads in series, then how you can keep in your mind like in that way. So how you have to keep these Upanishads name in series, like Isha, Ken, Kat, Prashan. So how you will remember it? So here it is like, I will explain you that here it is a picture, and it is very profoundly, very nicely created by Sir team. I will explain you. First of all, I will tell you in Hindi, then I will explain in English also, because these are the Upanishads, right? So we are Indians, and I must say that if we are learning it in English, but still we should know that are the meanings in Hindi also, right? So it is because ये ईशा से स्टार्ट है, तो ईशा हमने नाम रख लिया. ये जो ऋषि मुनि है यहाँ पे सेज बैठे हैं, so his name we considered as Ish, right? So there are some sentences which we make, and then in series we can keep remember that what are these 10 Upanishads in one series, so that this table we can keep in our mind. So Isha is the name of this sage, and the sentences are like, Isha जो ऋषि है means a sage whose name is Isha filled a can of Ganga Jal, means filled a cane of river Ganga water, right? So cane means a kamandal, right, or a vessel in which sages put water for their puja or worship, right? So Isha is a rishi or a sage sitting filled a cane with Ganga water. Cane, Isha means first Upanishad, cane means that vessel, and that cane is the second Upanishad, right? कंठ में माला पहनकर means put a garland around his neck. So neck in Sanskrit we call, or in Hindi, in pure Hindi we call neck as kant. So kant means Kath Upanishad, right? कंठ में माला पहनकर पुट अ गार्डलैंड अराउंड हिज नेक, पहनकर प्रश्न पूछते हैं. इन हिंदी प्रश्न पूछते हैं, सबको पता है प्रश्न मीन्स, सो प्रश्न उपनिषद. And in English, and begin asking questions. So questions we call it in Hindi as prashan. So the fourth is Prashna Upanishad. Clear? Then shaking his head, right? Shaking मुंडे हिलाकर, ठीक है. So shaking his head, head in Hindi or in Sanskrit we call hand as mund, because as we call na ki he put a garland of mundmal in his around his neck. So mund, head is known as mund. Mund means Mundak Upanishad, right? He began walking with the frog-like gait. So frog means in Sanskrit we call frog as mundak. Sorry, manduk. Manduk. It was in Sanskrit we call frog as manduk or manduk. So it is Mandukya Upanishad, right? Began walking with the frog-like gait. So walking here we can consider as ki how he is walking. He is walking a very different, we can say in a very different manner. So different manner means in Hindi it is known as कि वो बहुत एतराकर चल रहा है ना. So एतराकर means Atraya Upanishad, right? Then like a butterfly, ठीक है. Butterfly means in Hindi it is titli, so you can say Tatre, ठीक है. Atre, then Tatre. That is very easy to keep in mind. He transformed की तरह छन्न से means he transformed into a larger form. So he transformed means छन्न से means छांदोग्य Upanishad, right? Into a larger form. So larger means brihad roop. Brihad means larger form. So in larger in Hindi it is known as brihad, and brihad means very large or very big. And also the Brihadanayaka Upanishad is the largest Upanishad. Okay. So in this way you can keep it, remember that how you have to, this is the formula to memorize 10 Upanishads. When you know the name of all these Upanishads in series, so it is very easy if it came in exam that from which Veda this Upanishad is taken. So if you know the name of these Upanishads in series, so you can just write it like Shukal, Sham, Krishna from top 3, and then from bottom 3 also write that, Shukal, Sham, Krishna. And then after top Krishna, Atharv, and the which one is left, that is Rig. So it is very easy. And here also it is a formula. This is also a formula, right? So it is Shukla ji, like this Shukla. In Hindi also I will tell you. शुक्ला जी, ठीक है. शुक्ल, सुबह शाम मीन्स यहाँ पे शाम आ गया. कृष्ण जपते हैं, सो कृष्ण आ गया. दिन में 3 घंटे अर्थ कमाते हैं. सो हियर इट इज ऑफ 1 कलर. अर्थ मीन्स पैसा कमाते हैं, है ना. अर्थ मीन्स पैसा. सो हियर इज अर्थ अर्थ अर्थ. दोपहर को ऋग्वेद पढ़ते हैं, सो इट इज ऋग्वेद. कृष्ण जपते हैं, ये तो वो सेम ही है, ठीक है. सो इन हिंदी, इन इंग्लिश इट इज शुक्ला जी मॉर्निंग सैम कृष्ण चैंट्स 3 hours a day earn money. Money means earth. Hai? So these are of same color. So you can Rigved in afternoon. Hai na? So Krishna chants again that Shukla Sham Krishna. So it is very easy. Here it is from above Shukla Sham Krishna, from below, from bottom also. Hai na? And from bottom also. Shukla, Sham, Krishna. And three are Atharva Vedas, and one which will be left from bottom three. The fourth one will be from bottom. So that will be Atharva. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Rig Veda. Okay. So now we will move to our first Upanishad, that is Ishavashyo Upanishad. Okay. So the very simple questions which may arise from this text is, from which Veda it is taken? So from this table, Shukla. Okay, Shukla Yajurved. How many mantras are there in total? There are 18 mantras, right? What is the 40th chapter of Yajurveda called? Because it is taken from the Yajurved, Shukla Yajurved. So, what is the 40th chapter of this Yajurveda? We call it as Ishavashyo Upanishad, right? Why was it named as Ishavashyo Upanishad? Because the first shloka or the first mantra from this Upanishad and the first letter of this Upanishad is Ishavashyo. That is why its name is Ishavashyo. It is very simple, right? These four questions, everyone must know that if you are a student of yoga and you are learning Upanishad. So it is very easy, right? So the first mantra already we have done, right? O Ishavasyam Sarvam Yat Kincha Jagatyam Jagat Ten Tyakten Bhujinta Magridha Kasyasvit Dhanam. Okay. So meaning is that whatever exists in this entire universe, whether animated or inanimated, is provided by God. Everything is provided by God. Okay. Because whatever is here, we are just here like a visitor on this earth, right? So they belong to no one. We are saying that this car is mine, this home is mine, but nothing is ours, right? We are just like visitors, as we visit a zoo, as we are visiting zoos by buying their tickets. So here also we are like visitors, and what is our ticket? Karmas, whatever we have served in our past karmas, past births. So those karmas is our tickets. We are getting those tickets, and we are on this earth. Very simple. Nothing is permanent here. No one is permanent here, right? So everything, whatever is this in universe, that everything is belong to that God. We can say that supreme power. Till here, is it clear? Whosoever are meeting, are you getting whatever?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it's clear, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. Wherever you feel any kind of problem or speed, something else, so you can just let me know. So these are the important facts which we are learning about Ishavasya Upanishad. So because the first mantra and the first word of that first mantra is Ishavasya, that's why its name is Ishavasya Upanishad, right? It is very simple. If anyone asks you, sometimes you are reading it and any child come to you, or even your kid comes to you, and if he will arise a question, Mama, why this Upanishad? Because the in kids there is much more curiosity about everything, right? So if anyone asks you that why this Upanishad's name is Ishavasya, so you must know, okay? Because of the first letter of the first first not letter, first word of this first mantra is Ishavasya. So that's why its name is Ishavasya Upanishad, right? And one should wish to live for 100 years while doing work without attachment. If you are doing anything with attachment, so then there are very less chances. But if you are doing anything, that is very obvious. When you are doing anything without attachment, so you will do it freely. You will know, that you are doing it for your doing it as keeping it in your mind that it's your duty. You are doing it as it's your duty. You are not doing it is for seeking any results or any, you can say that fruits, है ना? किसी फल की इच्छा से you are not doing this, you are just doing it as your duty. So then you will do your best and you will be relaxed also, right? There will be no stress in your mind will be relaxed. If your mind will be relaxed, of course your physical body will be relaxed. Those who kill their soul through their evil deeds, ठीक है, they go to the asur world. right? Asur is a, we can say that Sanskritic word, है ना? It's not Hindi word, और हाँ हिंदी word तो है, but असुर means देवता, and when it comes अ लग गया आगे, so it becomes असुर. So हिंदी में असुर का मतलब होता है राक्षस, और the means जिनकी जो सोच है, whose thinkings are not like pure one, है ना? So they are asurs, right? राक्षस वृत्ति जिसे बोलते हैं. So there are 5 words which we have derived from these 3 statements. One is asur, ठीक है? Second, knowledge, then ignorance, existence, and inconsistency, ठीक है? These 3 words come असुर, विद्या, अविद्या, संभूति और असंभूति, ठीक है? क्लियर? असुर, विद्या, knowledge means vidya, ignorance means avidya, existence means sambhuti, inconsistency means asambhuti, ठीक है? So what is असुरलोक, और we can say the नीच योनि, है ना? वो नीच उसमें जाते हैं. So the आत्म की हत्या करने वाला, च आत्मन हनो. आत्म मीन्स आत्मा, हनो मीन्स जो उसको डिस्ट्रॉय करता है, मीन्स उसकी हत्या करता है. द वन हु किल्स द सेल्फ, सेल्फ मीन्स जिसने अपनी आत्मा को, मीन्स की जो अपनी आत्मा के बारे में सोच के काम नहीं कर रहा, और जो अच्छे कर्म नहीं कर रहा, ठीक है? उसने अपने सेल्फ को खत्म कर दिया, एंड ही इज डूइंग बैड टू अदर्स और समथिंग लाइक दैट. सो जिसने अपनी आत्मा की हानि कर दी, ठीक है, दैट पर्सन विल गो टू द असुर लोक. वो असुर लोक में जाएगा, ठीक है? ये इसका थर्ड मंत्र था, ठीक है? Here are the important mantras meaning are discussed in this one. So the the ninth one is, यहाँ पे जो important, whatever is important here is worship of ignorance. If someone will do the worship of ignorance, then what will be the consequences? If one is doing worship of knowledge, then what will be the consequences? ठीक है? So the one who will worship ignorance, they will go into deep darkness of ignorance. वो लोग क्या होगा, अज्ञान के घोर अंधकार में जाते जाएंगे, ठीक है? They will be in the cycle of birth and death again and again. They will not get we say that samadhi or the moksha, है ना? उनको वो नहीं मिलेगा, है ना? They will be in the attainment of lower species, है ना? नीच योनियों में जाएंगे. And the persons who will because it is saying that if you are getting this human body, and it is very, with very good karmas, you get this human body to worship the god, and you may get attainment, है ना? Enlightenment. So if you will do worship of this vidya, means knowledge, so you will they go into even more darkness, ठीक है? जो विद्या की उपासना करेंगे वो उससे भी ज्यादा अंधकार में जाते हैं, ठीक है? जन्म मरण का चक्कर, उससे भी नीच योनियों की प्राप्त. ये फैक्ट आई हैव टू चेक दिस, आई विल चेक दिस, ठीक है? ये मुझे कुछ अटपटा लगा, सो आई विल चेक इट कि यहाँ कुछ है. आई विल कंफर्म इट, ठीक है? सो नाउ देयर आर टू पाथ्स. वन इज इग्नोरेंस, वन इज knowledge, right? So while you are walking on the path of ignorance, so what you will do, you will find it that you are on the walking path on the enjoyment, ठीक है? So when you will, enjoyment means भोग विलास के रास्तों पे जा रहे हो आप, ठीक है? Enjoyment is not that you are enjoying, means when you can enjoy, when you are getting everything, आप भोग विलास कर रहे हो, है ना? आपको हर एक चीज मिल रही है, that is भोग, है ना? You are having lavish kind of lifestyle. And in Vidya, you are going on the path of knowledge. So here also the two categories. In ignorance, what kind of our behavior is, and what is the actual form. Actual form means यथार्थ रूप कैसा होगा, ठीक है. So when we are moving on the path of ignorance, how will be our behavior? It will be our actions with attachment to the result. Whatever we will do in the uh, seekness of result और फ्रूट. हमें हमेशा फल की इच्छा रहेगी. अगर आज मैं कोई कुछ पढ़ रही हूँ तो मुझे होगा कि यार मेरे को ये पढ़ के क्या रिजल्ट मिलेगा, what I will get if I will do this. If I will do the master of yoga, so then what will I get? If I am doing PhD, then after PhD what I will get? So if I will do this things in that manner, that what I will get in back, so that is like my actions are with the attachment to the results, right? जब हम किसी फल की आसक्ति को लेकर कर्म करेंगे तो वो हमारा बिहेवियर होता है जब हम इग्नोरेंस पाथ पर होते हैं. What should be the actual form? Means यथार्थ रूप क्या होना चाहिए? When we act with detachment. ठीक है, जब हम अनासक्त भाव से कर्म करते हैं, and that is the teaching of Gita also. We should not do anything or any work with attachment to the results. हमें अनासक्त भाव से काम करना है. यही बोला था ना, श्री कृष्ण said that we should do anything without seeking the results or without seeking the fruits of that karmas, right? कर्म करो लेकिन फल की इच्छा नहीं रखनी है ना. Do whatever you are doing, do your best and with the detachment. Don't do anything with the attachment, right? So now, if we are walking on the path of knowledge, so there are two things. One is dark one and one is Amrit one. So if it is of dark one, so when we use it intoxicated with ego, ठीक है, means अहंकार में मत. You are, whosoever is there a person that is totally filled with ego, है ना. In our language we can say with attitude. There are two kinds of attitude, positive and negative. So that person is of course with the negative attitude, है ना. तो वो उससे इतना भरा हुआ है, he is doing everything with the, when he is intoxicated with ego, that is a person who is in the dark one, right? And who will be in the Amrit one, who are walking on the path of knowledge. So when the intellect becomes everything of Brahma, when we are thinking that I am nothing, I am just a form of that Brahma, and I should surrender myself to that Brahma, right? When I will surrender, whatever is going, so I will just say, oh God, whatever you are doing, you know that what is best for me, just do it for my what is good for me, just do that. So then only it means I am totally surrendered to this universe, to that supreme power, right? I have surrendered myself, my all problems, my all whatever is coming, whatever the thought is coming to my mind, I have surrendered fully to that super Brahma, right? So that is the Yatharth Swarup, means Amrit Swarup, right? This was the mantra 9. So in mantra 10, definition of avidya and vidya is there. Ignorance and knowledge. So ignorance is the result of worshipping true ignorance. True ignorance means जब आप यथार्थ अंधकार वाली उपासना कर रहे हो, अविद्या, बिल्कुल यथार्थ वाली अविद्या की जो उपासना कर रहे हो, सो उसका तो जो फल है वो अलग ही है, ठीक है, उसका डिफरेंट रिजल्ट होगा. एंड व्हेन यू आर वर्शिपिंग ट्रू नॉलेज, तो उसका जो रिजल्ट है वो डिफरेंट होगा. हियर विच वर द टू कैटेगरीज दैट आर वन, एंड इट इज द एक्चुअल फॉर्म. अगर आप ऐसे कर रहे हो, दिस इज द डार्क वन, दिस इज द एक्चुअल वन, राइट. कि अगर आपने ट्रू वाली इग्नोरेंस की वर्शिप की तो रिजल्ट विल बी टोटली डिफरेंट. एंड हियर if we will do that actual this worship of this ignorance, so then what will be the result? We will find the asur lok, right? और जब हम when we will worship the knowledge, so then we will find the consequences totally different, right? अब यहाँ देखो in मंत्र 11, knowledge means knowledge, ignorance means विद्या means ज्ञान, ठीक है, and ignorance means कर्म, ठीक है. So what happen when you worship both of them together after knowing them in essence? When we know that कि अगर हम इनकी दो when we have knowledge of both these तत्व, knowledge and ignorance, and we are worshipping these both, ठीक है, so then what will be the result? ठीक है, what will be the result from ignorance and what will be from the knowledge? So from ignorance we will get result by overcoming the death, after death, right? And from knowledge we enjoy the nectar. Nectar means amrit, right? Self realization means atma sakshatkar. So what is the main motive of our this birth? To know ourselves, right? योग का what is the real meaning of योग? To know yourself through yourself to yourself, है ना? ये योग बोलता है कि अपने आप को जानो, जोड़ो. योग means to join, to combine. Who? With whom? To whom? Mind, body and soul, right? And when it will happen? When we will do introspections, when we'll do self realizations, right? So these are the two things what will happen if we will do worship of ignorance. What will happen when will we do worship from worship of knowledge, and what are the results, है ना? If we will do what are the results if we are doing these together. So now how the question comes in exam. So it is like, according to Ishavashyo Upnishad, the fruit of worship of ignorance is. So there will be options like A, B, C, D. So one is salvation, okay? One is become knowledgeable. One is fall into pitch of darkness. Okay. And last is attainment of heaven. So of course, if anyone who is worshipping ignorance, the fruit will be fall into the pitch of darkness. आप कहाँ जाओगे? घोर अंधकार के पतन में. That should be the answer, right? ठीक है. So question can come like this. And the second question, according to Ishavashyo Upanishad, the fruit of worshipping true knowledge is obtaining amrit, attainment of ignorance, fall of, है ना? So it can be like that. So if we are worshipping knowledge, and that what should be the fruit? It is like obtaining amrit, right? Because attainment of ignorance, it can't. Fall into utter darkness, no, because we are worshipping knowledge. ठीक है? So the answer will be obtaining amrit, right? So now mantra 12. So there were two things also. पहली हम तीन पांच थी, असुरलोक, then vidya avidya, and after that asambhuti and sambhuti. So sambhuti was existence and asambhuti was inconsistency, है ना? So first we are going with asambhuti or inconsistency. So worship of him goes into utter darkness, ठीक है? कि the person who is worshipping inconsistency, that will go into utter darkness, means अंधम तमह प्रविशंति, वो कहाँ जाएगा? अंधकार में प्रवेश कर जाएगा, ठीक है? अंधम, ठीक है? अंधम मीन्स घोर, तमह तम का मतलब होता है, तम इज अ संस्कृत वर्ड और हिंदी मीन्स, सो तम मीन्स अंधेरा, डार्कनेस. प्रविशंति मीन्स प्रवेश करना, टू एंटर. So that person who will worship the inconsistency, that person will go into utter darkness. Right? Now, Sambhuti means existence. While you are learning Vedas, Upanishads, or any text, right? So, being Sanatani, you should know the Hindi meanings of all this. है ना? And if you know the Hindi meaning, so that is very much easy to understand all these things, right? So, Sambhuti means existence, and the person who will worship the this existence, so they will go into even more darkness, right? So here it is written tato bhuva iv te tamo. tat means वो, ठीक है. भुव इव ते तमो means उससे भी ज्यादा, more, into even more darkness. So who will worship this existence, they will go into even more darkness. ठीक है. So the important question comes from here, what reveals the reward does one who worships Sambhuti receive? ठीक है. अब संभूति जो करता है, एग्जिस्टेंस की करता है, वो कहा जाता है अटेनमेंट ऑफ द डीपेस्ट डार्कनेस, राइट. वो उससे भी ज्यादा डार्कनेस में जाता है. And what is the result worshipping together after knowing the reality of Sambhuti and Asambhuti? So that person, we can say these series answer. ठीक है. So code 1 3 2 4 3 2 1. So it is like कि मैं अभी इसको ठीक कर देती हूँ. It is like कि which of these statements is true? 1 or 3, 2 or 3, 3 or 4, 1 or 2. So the options are presents death, मृत्यु को पार कर जाता है. अमृत इज ऑब्टेन्ड, अमृत की प्राप्ति होती है. अटेनमेंट ऑफ अटर डार्कनेस, अंधकार में जाता है. अटेनमेंट ऑफ डार्कनेस बियॉन्ड मेजर, घोर से भी घोर अंधकार. सो द आंसर शुड बी 3 and 4. Right? Still here everyone is okay, fine, समझ आया? You got it? Is there anyone in meeting? Okay. If everything is fine, then we are continuing. So the questions can come into these forms. One thing, keep in your mind, whatever you are learning, whatever you are reading, right? Read it in the 360 angle. Whatever you are reading, just if you are reading like one concept, then read it from the all angles, right? If any question come from anywhere, then you should be able to answer that question, right? So now, what is called inconsistency? What is called perishable goods? ठीक है. perishable goods means विनाशशील देव, है ना, जो किसी को खत्म कर सकते हो. ancestors means our पितृ. humans means मनुष्य. ठीक है. तो ये किस किस को बोलते हैं, to whom we call this? So just हम देखते हैं असंभूति में क्या क्या कौन कौन आता है, किसको असंभूति मिलती है. ठीक है. पेरिशेबल गोड्स को मिलती है, विनाशशील देव जो होते हैं, पितरों को, ठीक है, ह्यूमन को. इसमें क्या होता है, दे विल गो, हु आर इन इनकंसिस्टेंसी, दे आर इन डार्कनेस, है ना, नॉर्मल डार्कनेस. सो एग्जिस्टेंस मीन्स संभूति वाले घोर घोर अंधकार, तो वो कौन से होते हैं, अविनाशी ब्रह्म. ठीक है, अविनाशी ब्रह्म वाले. हाउ वर्शिप टेक्स प्लेस, इनकंसिस्टेंसी और संभूति. ठीक है. वी डू दिस वर्शिप विद अटैचमेंट, राइट. बट होना क्या चाहिए, रियलिस्टिक, विदाउट एनी अटैचमेंट. ठीक है. अनासक्त भाव से होना चाहिए। अब संभूति में क्या होता है, वी डू विद एरोगेंस, है ना, अहंकार के साथ करते हैं हम। एंड व्हाट शुड बी देयर, वर्शिप विदाउट ईगो, रियल रियलिटी के साथ होनी चाहिए, मीन्स अहंकार रहित। अब जैसे समटाइम्स हम क्या कर देते हैं, इफ वी गिफ्ट एनी प्रीशियस थिंग इन एनी टेम्पल, ठीक है, so then it comes into every news channel, every platform of social media, right? So then automatically it will give us a we can say that हमें एक अहम वाली फीलिंग देगा, है ना, ईगोइस्टिक फीलिंग देगा, अच्छा मैंने तो ये कर दिया, मैंने तो ये कर दिया, ये मैंने किया, बट वी आर नथिंग, देर इज नो मी मैं here, whosoever is doing is that tiny particle of that super Brahm which is inside us, that is doing that. But due to the ignorance, every time we are saying मैं कर रहा हूँ, मेरे द्वारा हो रहा है, I am doing this and by me, from me, है ना, everywhere it is like मैं, मेरा, हमारा, it is coming, but should it not, right? So in mantra 13, here are the results of inconsistency and existence. So worship of him means that Brahma is said to have different result. Agar hum, if we are worshipping inconsistency means asambhuti, so then the result is different. ठीक है, if we are doing the work without any attachment, है ना, and if we are doing worship without any arrogance, so then the results are different. Clear? When we are worshipping together, है ना, जैसे previously we have seen the when we are doing work after understanding knowledge and ignorance, and we are doing together, then what will be the result, है ना? So inconsistency again after death, ठीक है, and in existence we attain nectar, अमृत की प्राप्ति. So now what is the situation when a seeker, ठीक है, or any sadhak, after knowing Brahm in this way incorporates in his action, जब उसको ये सारी चीजें, when he come to know that it is like this, it ignorance, existence, inconsistency, so then what are the changes in his actions, ठीक है, so then the position of that seeker is like which is explained in the mantra number 6. So all begins in the divine, ठीक है, 6 मंत्र 6 में क्या बोला गया था कि ऑल बिगिंस इन द डिवाइन, अब सब कुछ किसमें है, परमात्मा में ही है, ठीक है, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट इज कॉन्स्टेंटली सी गॉड इन ऑल लिविंग बींग्स, तो वो पर्सन बाद में, इफ यू आर इन दैट स्टेट और इन आई एम इन दैट स्टेट, सो देन व्हाट विल बी माय बिहेवियर, आई विल सी गॉड इन एवरी पर्सन, आई विल नॉट ट्रीट दैट पर्सन एज कि ये राजू है, ही इज Mohan, he is my relative, he is my brother, he is my father. No, I will see him like there is a Brahma Tattva, है ना? There is Brahma in him, so I am talking to him. He is that Brahma who is inside me. So of course I will respect him. I will be my behavior will be different in that, right? I will not treating him as like my brother, my father, or my friend, है ना? I am just treating him like another Brahm or another we can say that another part of that Brahm who is inside me, right? So then when it happens, so the seeker doesn't hate anybody. Now you got my concept. What I was going to tell you कि when हम एक वर्ड यूज करते हैं, वी यूज अ वर्ड नमस्ते, राइट, नमस्ते, नमस्ते जी, नमस्ते मामा जी, नमस्ते अंकल जी. So then what that namaste meaning, that word has a separation, namha plus te. Namha means namaskar, te means the Brahm which is inside you. So means the Brahm which is inside me is surrendering, or means we can say that is wishing you or greeting you the Brahm which is inside you, right? So when a seeker is doing all in this way, so then that seeker will never ever can hate anyone, right? I will not get that feeling that she is bad, she is not like that. Huh? I will treat that person, another person, as like same Brahm who is inside me, right? So here it is written that na viju guptste, so means that person doesn't hate anyone. Okay? So his situation will be like as it is explained in mantras number 6. All begins in divine. Constantly see God in all living beings, and in mantra 7. So in mantra 7, the such seeker being becomes self-realized. One becomes one with the divine, because when we connect, when we will do that, we understand the meaning of that inconsistency, inconsistency existence. So the seeker becomes self-realized. Now I know that the Brahm who is inside me, that same Brahm is inside that another person. So I will not treat them like, as I told, not like whom I know. No, I will treat him like as another Brahm, right? कि ये भी एक ब्रह्म तत्व है, so I have to deal with it, right? Then we will have a feeling that why I am having attachment with him, why I am hating him, why, what is the grief, right? As it is explained in Bhagavad Gita कि मोह किस बात का, right? Why we are getting attached when those persons are also like same as a tattva, brahma tattva who is inside me? So then what kind of attachment? It doesn't make any sense. What kind of grief? No sense. Then only we will become self realized. हम उस आत्म स्वरूप, हम उस परमात्मा स्वरूप के साथ कनेक्ट हो जाते हैं, and that is the pathway to the liberation, right? So here it is कि भगवान के भक्त अंतकाल में किस तरह प्रार्थना करते हैं. So who are the devotees of that God? How they pray at the time of death. ठीक है? So it is explained in the mantra 15 and 16. So here it is how they pray. One who provides for all means the God or the supreme power who is feeding everyone. So covered with the radiance of the sun means whose aura, right, uh, is like sun. Okay? So please guide me, right? I want to see you. Please remove all the coverings, all the shadows who are on me, and because of which I can't see the reality of this world. तो वो इंसान कैसे प्रे करता है कि सबका भरण पोषण करने वाले सूर्य के समान तेज से ढके हुए, because you know that the aura of that supreme power is too much high, beyond our imagination, right? When Shri Krishna took that his enlarged form, when he was telling Gita lecture to Arjun, so at that time Arjuna he sat down, and he was like there was a too much light. He was not able to see the face of Lord Krishna, right? So then we pray like कि हे प्रभु, whatever the coverings are there, what are the layers of ignorance in front of us, please remove all the layers from our side. We want to see that reality. And what is that reality? That supreme power only, right? then we don't expect for anything except his darshana only. His darshana means we want to see the reality only, right? We don't want to be in illusions of this materialistic world. Clear? And in mantra 16, so they say like, O Yama, the destroyer of all, because you know that the god of death is Yama, right? O sun, please gather your rays. है ना? Let us see your auspicious divine form right now. I am meditating and seeing you. You are the sun and the soul of the entire universe. You are my soul too. Therefore, I am also the same. So it is said that so aham asmi, sa aham asmi, right? कि जो तुम हो वही मैं हूं, जो मैं हूं वही तुम हो. ठीक है? कि जो इस पूरे विश्व की आत्मा है, आप इस पूरे विश्व की आत्मा हो, आप मेरी भी आत्मा हो, जो मैं हूं वही आप हो, राइट? सो अहम अस्मि, स अहम अस्मि, राइट? सो हम इसको यही बोलते हैं कि जो हम हैं वही आप हो. ठीक है? So mantra 17. Now let this life force and senses merge into the element of air, right? Ki, then when we became to know all the things, all the reality, so then what we say? This body is made up of the 5 elements, right? At the end, it will become like that. It will be burned into ashes, right? So then what that seeker say? Let this body demolish. Okay, means this we can say that gross body, है ना? Subtle body should go there. It should be turned into ashes. Okay, and look at the good deeds I have done. ये शरीर तो नष्ट हो जाना है. It will, हम बोलते हैं ना मिट्टी का शरीर है, मिट्टी में मिल जाएगा. So it will again come into the ashes. And this prana vayu, whatever the breath is in me, that will be released into this air. So then what will be left after that? Only my good deeds, only my karmas which I have done. So please look at those karmas only which I have done, right? So after knowing all the reality, all the real knowledge, seeker is like ki, this body is nothing. Only I have to do good karmas. So please look at those karmas only. Okay? And in mantra 18, that seeker is saying to the Lord of Fire, Agni Dev. Okay? Take us to the abode of the Supreme Lord. Okay? Sapta means Sundar Shubh Sapatha. Path means that way. So if it is precise by letter so means good. Sundar Marg. So let us on this good path. If I have done any kind of sin, so please remove those sins that hinder us from doing so. कि जो वो पाप है जो मुझे रोक रहे हैं, ठीक है, तो प्लीज आप उनको रिमूव करें, राइट? And when only we can have the feeling of like these two mantras, number 17 and 18, when we know that reality. जब हमें ये पता है कि we are nothing, the person who is in front of me ये कुछ नहीं है. Because why we are sad on anyone's death in our family? Because we are attached with them, right? With our brothers, with our sisters, with our parents. Why? Because we have attachment, right? क्योंकि हमें ये लगता है बस ये शरीर ही हमारे इनके साथ ही हमारा रिश्ता है. बट नो, our relation is with their souls, their atma, the Brahma Tattva who is inside them, right? So these are the mantras. So this is our one Upanishad, which is I think completed now. Okay. So one Upanishad, that is Ishavashyo Upanishad, is completed now. So you can let me know that it was how it was. You got it what I wanted to tell you. So you can unmute yourself and you can let me know.